Hey guys, this is Go Play Outside. Instead of a, England jigitaro video, I changed it from England to Australian. So, yep, I get Australian Pokemon region now. So, the story is, after you meet the Professor Baobab, or Babub, or whatever, I don't know how to spell it, her name comes from, like, that upside-down tree in Australia. And this was a suggestion, like, the name was a suggestion from, the Sterninator, which I actually made some art for the other day, so, yeah. Let's get on to the video. She shows you your starters, which I will pull up on screen right now. Hopefully. Here is Joeef, a kangaroo Pokemon, is a grass type. And yep, I did all of these on Photoshop. I ended up drawing them, basically, and then I put them into the computer and colored them in Photoshop. This one had to have probably been the most easiest, since it's just a Joey. It's a kangaroo. And that's the grass starter. She shows you your fire starter, Smallala, a fire type. And this is supposed to be like a Chef Koala Pokemon, or evolves into that, so yeah, here's Smallala. And then she shows you your water starter, which is Oasis. Which one are you picking out of all of these starters? So we got Joeef, we got Smallala, and we got Oasis. So far, this is probably the cute one out of all of them. Anyways, after the starters, she ends up sending you on your way, but before that, she wants to have a Pokemon battle with you. So she sends out her first Pokemon, which is Wombi, the Wombat Pokemon. And yep, Wombi is adorable. I honestly kind of like this more than the others. And yes, it is a rock type, like a rock normal type. Hold on, man, if they haven't made something like that before, this is perfect. It's just a rock normal type. Anyways, sorry if I'm a little slow with the video today. Either I'm just tired, or this is very slow, so bear with me. She sends out a Ditto after you took down her Wombi. The Ditto was pretty easy. And, fun fact, I had a servant form for this. But the thing is, it gave me trouble trying to make it mix in with the background, so I gave up and moved on to a whole different thing. So yeah, after you defeat her Ditto, she lets her off in the Route 1. But before you go out into Route 1, she tells you about these Paradox Pokemon that came from an Area Zero rift that opened up in an Aether Foundation lab and destroyed it. Or sent these guys to destroy it. So here is Terror Bird and Floating Ocean. And yeah, I showed y'all in the community post, so I hope you like it as we move on to Route 1. I hope y'all like this design for Route 1. Like, it's basically supposed to be just like normal route, like genuine Route 1. The main problem was the fact that it looks like a kid's drawing, kinda. Except I kinda like it now since I've been making this stuff for like the past like 3 days. Make that like a week and a half. So yeah. While you're walking around in Route 1, you end up finding or I'm sorry if I say you end up, like, a whole bunch. But yeah, you find a quilt. Quilt is based on a quoll, and basically they're like this little jumping mouse kind of like rodent, and I made that the Pika clone of the region, and I kind of like how it's all cute and stuff. It looks adorable, and also it only has one evolution, which is kind of rare to have an evolution for another Pika clone. Anyways, after you catch the quilt while hunting, you find a kakado. Now, this is based on the kakadu fruit or whatever from Australia, and it also is based on avocado because it looked kind of like an avocado when I looked, but now I see it as an apple and it's too late. So, here's kakado. Now, kakado is basically like the average, like, small live, Cherim, all sorts of, like, those early route fruit Pokemon. It's like that. Anyways, you catch Kakado and you move on to find a Aractus. Aractus is basically this cactus spider, and I thought of the name Aractus and wanted to add that to the region so badly. Like, it's just perfect. Sorry about the car noise in the background. It was some guy just driving off. Anyways, you end up accidentally knocking it out, and you walk some more into the route, and then you come across a Madingo. Madingo is basically a dingo Pokemon, and it's a ground rock type, I think. Either that or ground normal, whatever. Yeah, it's ground rock. And this is basically like the Route 1 dog Pokemon that is generally in the games. And it's based on, yes, a dingo. Because dingoes are native to Australia. Or related to Australia, yeah. So yeah, you end up actually catching that one, and you move on to one last thing. Hold on. So, apparently I forgot to pull up some. Hold on. I was an idiot and didn't pull it up correctly. So, let's just say there are these, Team Rap grunts. And yes, Team Rap is a part of the region. And while I'm at it, I'll even show you what Team Rap looks like, because apparently I screwed up and didn't do it correctly. So, my bad on that part. And I'm gonna need to find it here. Ignore the rest of those files, please, all of you in the chat. And yeah, so here is Team Rap. These were the grunts that were supposed to appear in the entire, like, Route 1. And yes, I did not mean to pull up the entire file thing. It's just, I'm just trying to show y'all what it looks like. And yes, I found rap music to be odd in Australia, so I made it into the evil team. And basically, Team Rap is just trying to blast their music to annoy people. It's basically like if Thick of It was an evil team. And yes, their leader is not KSI. I kind of wanted to, though. That would be funny. But yeah, so they send out their first Pokemon, being Trash Pie, or Trash Pea, whatever. And it's based on a magpie. It's a magpie Pokemon. And it wears Trubbish as its, like, outfit. And it's basically like some sort of trash bird that uses Trubbish's outfit. Or, not outfit, but, like, Trubbish itself as its, like, suit. And it's like kind of a hobo Pokemon. Anyways, so you end up defeating them. or defeating it, and you move on to their next Pokemon, being Oingrunt. Oingrunt is basically like the regional pig Pokemon, and it works for the evil team because it's a poison dark type. And I have a good evolution for this. Y'all will all see eventually. Anyways, it wasn't that hard to take down, and you managed to defeat it. So, moving on to their last Pokemon, before they move off, here is, hold on, I already forgot the name of this. Oh yeah, Skijay. Based on a blue-tailed skink. Skinks are like lizards that are in like Australia, and there's also goannas and Komodo dragons and stuff, so that might be incorporated with the design. So yeah, it is the strep throat Pokemon because it uses its little strep throat cheeks to poison stuff. So it's like a poison electric type because it's using its cheeks and its loud music to like give other people nausea and stuff, and it's like it just basically like, yeah, it's a virus Pokemon. Anyways, it may have knocked out a few of your Pokemon because of how nauseous it made you, and you end up moving on to this area. So this, like, you leave Route 1 and you're walking to this area on the way to the Alloyance, your Alloyance or Alloyance Junkyard Gym, which is basically the steel type gym of the region. And as you're walking that way, you get cut off guard as you're in Team Rap territory, and you get cut off guard by the... Oh wait, hold on, wrong thing. What the heck? Oh yeah, for some reason the trainers are not showing up in the video, which is making me kind of mad. So, ignoring that, I'll just show you. Alright, so, forgetting that happened, here is the Team Rap leader, Jaxery. Jaxery is basically like, let's say, Team Skull leader Guzma's, Gen Alpha cousin. So he's like, yo, Skibidi Rizzlers. He's like that kinda. I am sorry I managed to actually say that and hopefully not get murdered by my comments. But yeah, so I ended up making these designs myself, like all by myself. And then, my dad helped me with the Photoshop since it kept giving me problems. And I thank him for it. Anyways, Jaxery is wearing a Guzzler, like, fan-made jacket or something that he wears to prove he's, like, the leader of the Team Rap Grunts. Sorry about that little white at the bottom. I might have missed that when doing the Photoshop editing stuff. So, yeah. Moving on. He sends out his first Pokemon because he is irritated that you're in his turf. And also that you defeated his grunts. So he sends out a Doot, the Sundew Pokemon. And yes, it's another poison type because it's a Sundew frog based on a poison dart frog as well, which are pretty showing up in Australia, so works pretty well. And also, I had to hand draw, or not hand draw, but like computer draw those arms back on because when I added it to the background, it kept screwing up, and it was just the fact that I didn't do it. So I did it, and it worked. So, let's not mind that again. Anyways, Doot is cute, yet deadly, and you managed to take it down. And, he sends out his next Pokemon. Oh my god, why? Why is the computer not showing much? Alright. So, ignoring the computer problems, here is Trash Pie's evolution, Cabbage. Cabbage is basically a mix of caca being the voice of a bird and garbage because it's wearing trash. Anyways, cabbage or cabbage is right here, and or cabbage. No, I don't know how to say it right. Anyways, ignoring my errors and mistakes, and yes, I've gotten responses from other Pokemon trainers saying, or not trainers, but I say that I meant YouTubers that say that they have trouble as well. I don't know how to edit, so I can't edit my mistakes out. So yeah, moving on. Here is Cabbage, and you managed to take it down in one hit. And also, there's a whole other evolution to this that we ain't gonna get to for a while. So, moving on, he sends out his next Pokemon, that being, hold on, Hogboss. Hogboss is basically like Mob Boss and Hog and stuff. So yeah, it's a Poison Dark type. For obvious reasons, it's been a Poison Dark type. And yeah, it's basically just a giant pig. He managed to take it down. And also, I forgot to tell y'all, there was another specific Pokemon. I don't know what happened to it, but it was supposed to be this Tasmanian Devil Pokemon, which I will pull up now. Alright, so sorry about my errors. This ain't my fault, it's Photoshop, because Photoshop is screwing up my stuff. Either that or it's just the photos themselves. So here is Tasma, the Tasmanian Devil Pokemon, a Ghost Dark type. This nearly killed me to finish or get into the video because I couldn't possibly make this work because I knew the photos would screw up somehow. Anyways, I'm a little frustrated with the computer, so moving on before all that, here is Tasma. I'm sorry if I'm not in the video or whatever, I'm trying to calm down. So, Tasma, yeah, it's basically just a villain Pokemon. Of course it's a Dark type. It literally looks like a Dark type. And then, in battle, it actually evolves into, oh yeah, let's say, wait, hold on. So, I already forgot the name of this. I need to write down my names. I ended up actually writing down some names, but I ended up forgetting. I am deeply sorry for if I downgraded the stuff in the video. Bandit Terror. The name is Bandit Terror. That is the name of this thing. It is Bandit Terror. So yeah, Bandit Terror is basically like the evolution of the Tasmanian Pokemon, and it's now just a straight up thief. And of course, it's a thief because we always need a criminal Pokemon. So here it is. And also, its ghost tail has now become a full ghost, coming out of the tail. And yeah, it also somehow became some sort of thylacine as well. So that works for Australia. Moving on, he sends out Duoana, which is the Goanna Pokemon. Duoana is basically like kind of Ghidorah-esque, except it's two heads. It's like Hydragus or whatever. I already forgot the name of it, but yeah. Oh my god, this video is downgrade. I am so sorry to all the fans out there who was waiting for this and then got whatever this stuff is. But yeah, here's Duoana. And yes, its cheeks now became electrified and is still the Strep Pokemon, but now it's a DJ, so it's more of the Strep DJ Pokemon. And also, eventually it's going to use its cheeks for some sick beats or some anyways, moving on to the final one of Jaxori's, or second to final one of Jaxori's Pokemon. Here is Jigitaro Rattata, or Rattata. I can't spell it right. Oh my god. Rattata, and it's a electric poison type because it's now a little bit of rabies. Like, it has rabies now for some reason, and it uses its rabies for sound type attacks. So yep, that'll be incorporated with the evolution, and I hope you like the regional form. And speaking of which, the next one is also a regional form, and it's the last one of the video. So here is Jigitaro Jigglypuff, a poison ghost type. And yes, it might have deleted some of my photos on accident, so just to be safe, I'm going to pull it up right here. So there is the gimmick of the region, that being servant forms. So here is Jigitaro Jigglypuff servant form. Tough Beats, a poison steel type. And yep, it became a giant mini fridge speaker that shoots out like loud waves of music. And also, I made Jigitaro Jigglypuff into, like, I tried to make it like Billie Eilish-like, kinda. But I managed to just make it like this. And I kinda like it like this better. So yeah, it's basically just a giant speaker portal thing. And I saw this in a dream I had one night, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a servant form right here. Forget that giant balloon. Let's make it into a giant speaker going around a phone. Yeah, that's really cool. And it's a poison steel type. So yeah, it may be tough, like its beats, but you manage to take it down. And after that, wait a minute, Jaxori ends up walking away, and also, has all the grunts try to chase you down. So you end up leaving that area and heading to, you leave that area and head to Aloyant's junkyard, which will be there for the next video. So I hope you like my designs, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and also, eventually, I might do a Q&A video, or maybe even a Q&A live stream some point, since I might start streaming soon with Dad trying, and by Dad I mean my dad, trying to hook me up with cameras and stuff to actually stream with. So yeah, I really hope you like it, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!